And welcome, everybody, to the Starplex here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. The TSSAA Spring Fling, GPS and Baylor in the Division II 2A Championship. And the game is underway as Corey Swafford is the starting pitcher for GPS. The Bruisers are the home team. And the first batter is Sarah Moore, junior shortstop. Count of 1 ball, 1 strike to Sarah Moore. Randy Smith and Coach Karen Green with you here. There's a chop to third. Over to first, and there is 1 out. Here in the top half of the first inning.
Third baseman's got a great quick release.
One away, and Baylor coming into this game has an outstanding record on the year. Baylor's 39-5. And the number 2 hitter, that's number 14, Braylee Angel. She'll face Corey Swafford on the mound. GPS won the first meeting between these two teams during the year, but Baylor's won 3 in a row.
They definitely know each other.
Oh, yeah.
Their strengths, their weaknesses, this is their 5th time to play each other.
Well, these two teams have dominated the Division II 2A softball championships in the last decade.
And I know you know both coaches, and I do as well. That's what makes both these teams so good, is they take the personality of their coach. They're both so intense. Susan and Kelly both are. And their team takes their personality, I think. And I think that's one reason they're here year in and year out, and the staple of the state tournament every year.
Angel beats it out on the throw that was bobbled by the GPS third baseman. So now 1 out, runner at first. And if you hear pomp and circumstance in the background, it's because Grace Academy from Chattanooga in the Class A state championship, they just wrapped up, but they're graduating their seniors. Yeah. The bad news for the coach is he has a lot of girls to graduate.
That's right.
So.
That's always an exciting time in their lives. The graduation, state championship. Too bad it had to be on the same weekend.
Oh, yeah. Noelle Winkle is the number 3 hitter, center fielder, sophomore, left-handed slapper for the Lady Raiders. She takes the first pitch from Corey Swafford. It's a strike. No balls, 1 strike. And that one's in the dirt, gets away. Going down to second will be Angel, and Baylor with a runner in scoring position now with 1 out here in the top half of the first inning.
Says a lot about Noelle Winkle being in a 3-hole and being a slapper. A lot of times you'll have your best contact hitter or best hitter in that 3rd hole, so that says a lot about her potential in that 3rd hole of being a consistent hitter, driving in the runs.
Baylor's the defending state champion as she loops one to the left field. It's caught. So 2 out now. Angel holds at second. Winkle is out, and that's going to bring up the Baylor cleanup batter. That is number 18.
So that's Pickett, 16.
Cassie Pickett, number 16. Cassie Pickett, sophomore catcher. An outstanding young talent. That one's down low and away for ball 1. Next pitch by Swafford, misses.
Good opportunity for Baylor to set the tone right off the bat and get a run in this first inning. The runner in scoring position.
Changeup just hits the outside part of the plate. Call strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. 2 away, runner at second. Corey Swafford delivers that one inside and misses. 3-1. To Cassie Pickett. Just misses. For ball 4, Pickett draws a walk. So now with 2 out, runners first and second. And that's going to bring up number 22, Lauren Lewis, the right fielder, a freshman who's the number 5 hitter. Baylor's been here a bunch in the state championship. In fact, they've won 6 state championships, including last year. GPS has won 7, and they won the year before, 2010. So they pretty much dominated things in Division II, 2A for many years.
They certainly do. And Baylor looks like they may dominate for years to come with only 2 seniors. They have a lot of freshmen and sophomores still on the roster. Not too many juniors, so they're still loaded with underclassmen.
GPS only has 2 as well. So
wow. Looks like they may be around for many years to come.
That one is a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
Doesn't really seem to matter. Seems like both coaches just reload every year, whether they graduate or not.
That one misses outside. Two balls, 1 strike. That one is driven to left field and caught on a nice running grab by the GPS left fielder. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. At the end of the first top half of the first, your score, GPS nothing, and Baylor coming to bat.
Nice hit.
The leadoff batter for GPS is Taylor Battle, a freshman outfielder, number 9. She will slap it around, but she will also drive it as well. She's going to be facing Katie Sims for Baylor, and Sims throws her a strike for call strike 1.
Love having those as a leadoff. Power, speed, could lay it down. Have all kinds of options there. Puts a lot of pressure on that defense.
Next pitch by Sims is popped up in the infield. Sims makes the grab, and there's 1 away. That'll bring up Bailey Davenport, a sophomore, number 55. She will slap it as well. Madison Boyd, a senior, one of only 2 seniors, is in the on-deck circle for the Bruisers. That one's fouled away out of play for a strike. Well, the Bruisers' colors are black and blue, so I guess that's why they are called Bruisers.
Called Bruisers.
Oh, yeah. Little bloop in the infield, taken at second base by Precious Birdsong, and there's 1 away. 2 away, rather. And that'll bring up Madison Boyd. Pitch by Sims is in there for a strike.
Nice to have all these lefties hitting from that left side.
Oh, yeah. Swung on and fouled back into the playground area. Count quickly, no balls, 2 strikes.
Bruisers almost bruised one over here.
0-2, 2 out, nobody on. Katie Sims pitching for Baylor. She delivers. That one's high, and it's 1-2. Foul down the third base line. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on and fouled away again. Count remains 1-2. 2 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the first. No score. Baylor and GPS in the Division II 2A.
I like the way both of these teams, they communicate with each other. They're always talking out on the field. They're moving, creeping. Never see them just standing still.
That one's in the dirt and low. 2-2 the count. Madison Boyd, the batter. And the pitch fouled away again. Good time at bat for Madison Boyd. Count remains 2-2. Earlier today, Davidson Academy knocked off University School of Jackson 3-1 to force the if game tomorrow. Ground ball to short. Quickly fielded over to first, 3 away. 3 up, 3 down for Katie Sims. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We've completed 1 with your score. GPS nothing, Baylor nothing.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the TSSAA network, go to TSSAAnetwork.com/SBP.
Go to the top of the second, and it will be number 8, Haley Andrus, the third baseman for Baylor. Number 6 hitter, facing Corey Swafford. Top of the second inning, no score. Baylor and GPS. First pitch by Swafford is in there for a strike.
Getting ahead of the batter again. It's good. Good thing to do for those pitchers.
That one just misses, and it's 1-1 the count. Baylor has an overall record of 35-17. High pop, first base grabbed, 1 down to start the top half of the second inning. 7 state titles, 14 appearances, and all of this has come since their very first state tournament appearance back in 1997.
Total dominance, I would say.
Total dominance.
Year in and year out.
In 15 years, they've been to the state 14 times, and they've won 7 state titles in 15 years. That's unbelievable.
That is unbelievable. And they just keep coming. Their speed of the game is so much different, I think, at this level for their team than it is for some other teams. Or they just speed it up, make it fast, and they're almost like a college team.
Swing and a miss, Corey Swafford. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Hit to first, picked up. There's the out, 2 away. That's going to bring up Maya Mathis, the DP, number 15. Has some speed from the right-hand side of the plate. 2 away, nobody on. Corey Swafford and Katie Sims hooking up in a scoreless duel early.
The old adage of speed can kill definitely comes into play in the game of softball.
Oh, yeah. Mathis looks at ball 1. Chop to third. Easy play to first. 3 up, 3 down for Corey Swafford at the top of the second. For Baylor, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the second. Your score, Baylor nothing, GPS nothing. GPS batting here in the bottom of the second. No score. The AA state championship game, as that one a little high and tight to the leadoff batter, Katie Richardson, the catcher. Leading it off for the Bruisers here in the bottom of the second.
I think she let her know that was her plate on that pitch.
That one is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. One and one. That is a strike as well over the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and now Katie Sims is ahead of Katie Richardson. Katie against Katie.
Katie against Katie.
The 1-2. That one's low, and it's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, the count. Katie Sims delivers, jammed her, but fouled it down the third base line. Count remains 2-2. Well, Ken, your Siegel team this past year, tell us a little bit about it. I know you didn't have the numbers.
No, we didn't have the numbers that we've, last couple years we haven't had the numbers that we've had in the past. We only had 14 players last year and 12 before that. Young, have a lot of freshmen and sophomores, but so that plays well for us hopefully in the future. And we've experienced a state tournament before, and we would like to get back at this point as well. And we're going to strive, actually start a week from Monday, tryouts. Starting over.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got to do that.
That's right. That's right.
You got to go back to work quickly.
That's right.
Bouncing ball to first, easily picked up, and quickly 2 outs now here in the bottom of the second.
I think a lot of these girls play as much summer ball as they used to.
Mm-hmm. A lot of girls are, well, the younger girls are playing more and more, but they're not staying with it for some reason.
That's what we're finding out as well. Seems like when they get juniors and seniors, even in high school, they're finding out there's so many opportunities to do other things that some of them stick around, some of them leave, and I think there's just so many opportunities of all kinds of options when they get to high school.
Too many boyfriends.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. That one's low and outside. 2-0 the count now. 2 away, nobody on.
I think the girls have gotten stronger over the years, though, with the weight training and strength coaches and personal trainers. And oh, there's a line shot to the first baseman. Good grab, good quick hands.
2 away, Morgan Lane hits it hard, but right at the first baseman. So 2 down. And coming to the plate for GPS is Kelby Crownover, coach's daughter.
That's what I was about to ask, if that was the coach's daughter.
Coach Susan Crownover at GPS, of course, had a son, Matthew Crownover, who was one of the best baseball players around, signed with Clemson, and then right before his senior season in high school, he had a torn ACL, so he had to miss, but Clemson says they still want it.
Good,
so,
good. He's a senior this year?
Yeah.
Good. Well, that says a lot about
got a lot of rehab to go, but he's tough. He can do it.
Well, that says a lot about him if they're still willing to take him after an ACL injury and being was he a pitcher, you said?
Well, he was a pitcher, but I think he's going to play other positions. And pitcher, and he did everything in high school.
Right.
So he was a great
That's
player.
good.
Great player. Crownover has 2 balls, 1 strike from Katie Sims, who is yet to allow a base runner. 2 out here in the second inning. Swing and a little nubber towards short, bobbled, and that'll be the first base runner of the game. It'll go as an error against the Baylor shortstop. So with 2 out, Crownover reaches on an error.
Thinking about throwing that ball before we catch it.
Well, he had
down on it.
I got Matt Crownover mixed up with somebody else who had a torn. He had Tommy John surgery on his elbow. That's what it was. Yeah. Two away. Dribble towards second. Quickly to first. 3 away. GPS has a runner, and they leave Kelby Crownover stranded. No runs, no hits, 1 error. 1 left after 2 complete. Your score, Baylor nothing, GPS nothing. Thanks, man. I got him mixed up with somebody else. No, that's all right. I knew he had a serious injury, but I was thinking it was ACL. I didn't see him talking about it. Top of the third as Baylor sends to the plate number 3, Precious Birdsong. Second baseman. Left-handed hitter, another one of those speed demons coming out of that left side of the box. Here's the pitch by Swafford. She changes up and misses ball 1.
They're loaded with them, both teams. What makes them so effective, though, is they can hit away as well from that left side.
Well, both of these schools have given Coach, we talked a little bit about Coach Weekly up in Knoxville, Coaches Weekly, Ralph and Karen, and both of these schools have given them some outstanding players through the years.
Well, I know Siegel's played both of them, and every time we play them, I mean, it's a great game, and both teams are very disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
Good hitting team, and whatever they need to do, they will do, whether it's a short game, whether it's a power game, whether it's speed demons, or all 3. They put it together.
Corey Swafford falls behind Birdsong. 3 balls, no strikes to lead it off here in the top half of the third inning for Baylor. There's ball 4. That one didn't miss by much, but it missed, and Birdsong draws a 4-pitch walk to start the third inning.
I recruited the Baylor's coach, Kelly, when I was a coach at Middle Tennessee State University. And I love the characteristics that she had that didn't even have anything to do with softball. And so many girls don't realize that in college you can get someone with the talent. It's the other characteristics that you can't always get with the player. And she had a lot of those that we were looking for in an individual, and had a lot of character, and we really enjoyed watching her play in high school.
She's a nice lady, wonderful softball teacher. She promotes the game as well as anybody in Chattanooga. So
you can tell she has a passion for it.
Oh yeah.
But then I haven't seen Kelly do anything that she hasn't have a passion for, whether it's grades or studying or going to school, being a mom. It doesn't matter.
Squaring to bunt again, that's Sarah Moore, and the throw to first gets the out. One down, but the runner moves to second with one away, and Baylor again has a runner in scoring position. They had one in the first inning and left her stranded.
Got another opportunity to score.
That'll bring up Brayley Angel, the left fielder, and another left-handed hitter for Coach Kelly Smith.
But I'm impressed with that third baseman. She's coming up and has a good quick release for GPS. That she's firing it over there, even with the speed, quick hands.
Next pitch, she thought about it, let it go, so there's 2 balls, no strikes, the count to Brayley Angel.
Must have seen something she didn't like. The catcher going out to meet pitcher, Katie Richardson.
While they're having a conversation, Kelly Smith has her on-deck batter and her batter. The umpire's not going to let them have, because this is not a charge conference, because it is a player-only meeting. 2 balls, no strikes, the count to Angel. Corey Swafford with a runner at second, 1 out. Swing and a foul. 2-1 the count. The pitch down low, 3-1.
This is a good opportunity for Baylor to set the tone and jump ahead with the lead. 2 times with the runner in scoring position this game.
Little liner to left field. It gets over the head of the left fielder. Scoring will be Birdsong. Going to third is Angel, and she will be safe with a stand-up triple. And Baylor takes a 1-0 lead with a run here in the third.
Very good timely hit, just out of the reach of the left fielder. Popped it over her head, and with that speed, most people would have only got to second base. With that speed, she's standing at third. She was trucking around those bases.
She got there quickly.
She did.
There's no question about that. A big triple with 1 out for Brayley Angel, and she's at third. The next Baylor batter takes a strike. Here's the next pitch by Swafford, and she fouls it down the left field line.
Randy, I asked Coach Smith if she ever got tired of winning state championships. She said no, they only get better and sweeter every time she plays.
Swafford with the 0-2 pitch, hit right back to her. Over to first in time, 2 away, and the runner holds at third. That'll bring up
like Cassie Pickett.
Cassie Pickett with the time at bat. She walked the last time. It's hard to see these numbers.
It is. That sun setting and some shadows on the field. And where we're located, it's hard to tell.
That's catches the corner for a strike. Pickett looks at one inside. Tell you what, gray on red does not make it conducive to see the right numbers, especially when you've been around a while like I have. So that one's fouled away.
Makes me feel like I'm at a UT football game looking
oh,
at
yeah,
those
trust me, I've
jerseys.
been there too. Yeah. 2-2 the count.
This is what makes Baylor and GPS so good, is when they get runners in scoring position, they tend to score them. Very seldom will they leave runners in scoring position without driving them in.
That one's fouled away. Almost nailed Coach Crown over right at the opening of the GPS
I wasn't
dugout.
sure it didn't get her.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. A runner at third. Baylor with a run in. Base hit, left field. It's 2-0. That one's going to go to the fence. Angel scores. Going to second is Pickett. Baylor 2, GPS nothing.
Nice gapper. She fouled off some of the ones that she didn't want, the pitches she didn't want, and waited on the one she did and drove it in the gap. Scored another run.
Courtesy runner coming in. That's Julie Wise coming in for the catcher, Cassie Pickett. So with 2 down, Baylor gets their second run against Corey Swafford.
I believe they've had runners in scoring position, 2 times or 3 times and scored twice.
Swafford, pitch out, taken for a ball. Now they're going to walk her intentionally, set up a force, it looks like.
Looks that way.
The batter's Lauren Lewis. You know, in high school baseball, they just say, if you don't want to pitch to a guy, they just say, put him on.
Really? I
wish they would do that.
I wish they would do that in softball.
An intentional walk to Lewis will now bring up with 2 away and runners first and second.
You know, so many times as a coach, when I've intentionally walked a batter, the next batter we're trying to pitch around, we'll throw it down the middle sometimes. So hopefully we can pitch around this girl and make her hit a pitch.
Haley Andrus, the batter. She swings and hits it to left field. It is caught for the 3rd out. So
nice.
Swafford gets out of the jam, but Baylor gets 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. And your score in the middle of the 3rd is Baylor 2, GPS nothing. Folks, I want to remind you can purchase a DVD copy of all the Spring Fling Championship coverage by going to TSSAA Look for that green Buy Now button. You can get the best of the state championship coverage from several sports. Just pick it out, purchase it, and get it. That's TSSAA Look for the green Buy Now button. Well, we got some more games to be played tomorrow. AAA game went to the IF game. Sadi Daisy's going to be playing tomorrow from Chattanooga over here on Field 3, I think. And we've got the Class 2A game.
So
Davis
Sadi
Academy and
lost.
USJ.
Sadi lost Haven't heard that score yet. 2-1. Got a couple rubber games tomorrow then.
Oh, yeah.
That's what makes the state championship so exciting.
GPS batting here in the bottom of the third. Stephanie George leads it off.
Gee, that little Daniel Boone team has come on at the end, right at the perfect timing of the state tournament. I believe they lost their first game and have won ever since.
Foul down the line and out of play. Quickly 0-2 the count.
Daniel Boone did lose. They lost to Salty Daisy their first game, 2-0. Come back and won and beat them today.
2-1,
so
yeah.
That's a never die attitude.
High for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count to GPS infielder. That one's popped up right side. Second baseman Birdsong's got it, and there's one away here in the bottom of the third inning.
No, it's a little thing, but the second baseman, not only verbally, but she's using the hand language or the hand signs, hand signals, and calling for the ball. And a lot of times girls don't call for the ball, and you have a lack of communication, but she does a nice job of verbally and physically communicating.
First pitch by Katie Sims to Abby Anderson is high for ball one. Sims delivers. That one's in the dirt and low, 2-0. Sims has allowed only 1 base runner. It was last inning when Kelby Crownover reached on an error.
We've had some good pitching duels tonight.
Sims, again, this one gets away. It's 3-0. Popped up again, right field. Over is the right fielder. She's got it, and there's 2 down here in the bottom half of the third inning.
Randy, don't know about you, but I don't think I'd want to be this cameraman standing on this roof in front of us at an angle.
No, and it's slope too.
I know it.
I would have already fallen
scary.
about 3 times.
I know it. You and me both, especially a foul ball or something coming at him.
2 away, nobody on here in the bottom of the third. Pitch is fouled away. Taylor Battle, freshman. Go to the top of the order for GPS.
Speedster again. I remember playing her a few years ago. Whew. She can move.
That one's drilled down the line. Well, how did you play her? She's a freshman.
She's just a freshman. That's what I just
Might
noticed.
Have been a
it must have been her sister. Looks just
Yeah.
like her. She definitely got some wheels.
No balls, 2 strikes. Katie Sims working to Taylor Battle here with 2 out, nobody on. The bottom of the third. Baylor up 2-0. Pitch, swing and a foul.
Maybe she plays an 8th grader.
Well, she might have. Kelby Crownover did 2 years ago. No balls, 2 strikes to Taylor Battle. Katie Sims is set, and she delivers. Changeup, popped up, shortstop, there. 3 up, 3 down for GPS in the bottom of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 3, it's Baylor 2, GPS nothing.
We can get a player up here.
Ah, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect.
prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the TSSAA network, go to TSSAAnetwork.com/SBP.
You have quite a few.
Top half of the fourth inning as Baylor will send to the plate to face Corey Swafford. Swafford delivers. That one is high, 2-0 the count. Haley Andrus, the batter. That one's high and tight. 2-1.
We have a three-man umpire crew. Not all the games have a three-man crew in the regular season. A lot of times we play with two. So that adds another dimension that some teams aren't used to.
Three balls, one strike. Swafford behind Andrus as we start the fourth. That one's fouled away, out of play.
Been a fast-moving game.
Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swafford delivers. That one's popped up down the right field line and foul. Just out of reach. Count remains full, 3-2. That one is fouled away down the left field line. Andrus with a good time at bat. Full count, 3-2. She's fouled several away, made Swafford throw a lot of pitches. And when you get behind, get a pitcher on the ropes a little bit, that's big.
Yes, it is.
The 3-2 swung on and hit toward first. It's into right field for a base hit. Andrus with a single to right, starting it off in the third for Baylor.
Getting that lead runner on does a lot for your offense.
And Maya Mathis coming up for the Red Raiders with nobody out, runner at first. Popped up, caught for the out.
Drop that
Andrus gets back to first, and one away now. Runner still at first.
That bat head dropped a little bit on that one. Didn't keep the bat head up on the bunt. Sure Coach Smith would have liked to have had that runner in scoring position.
First pitch is down low and away. Ball 1. Precious Birdsong, the batter, second baseman. Another speed demon for the Lady Raiders. Change up. Misses just a bit. 2-0. Two balls, no strike. Swafford delivers. That one is in there for a strike. 2-1 the count to Precious Birdsong. Sophomore second baseman. Slapper, one of several in the game. You know, we talk about all the state championships. GPS has got 7. Baylor has 6. That one's hit to third. Over to second for one.
Nice
Did they
play
get
to
her?
hang on.
Yes, sir.
Well, yes, he did. She's still standing there, but.
Well, he called her out, but she's not leaving.
But she's not leaving. Coach Smith questioning it. I thought she got her foot back down on the throw. Tossed it over there to her. She had to reach up to get it, but she got that foot down.
2 outs.
Doesn't hurt to try, though, does it?
Oh, no. Birdsong at first, 2 away. Swafford delivers. That one's outside. I was going to say, you talk about all the state championships. GPS has 7. Baylor has 6 under Kelly. They have 5 under Kelly Smith. Tom Watson, the first base coach for Baylor, had 2 for East Ridge. So there's 14 state championships among 3 coaches in this game.
That's amazing. Says something about the quality of their coaching staff. Many people would just like to get here one time.
Yeah.
And don't get the opportunity to get there one time.
Then you got a guy like Clifford Kirk that's won,
That's
8 or 9,
That's
something like that. Fly ball, left field, camping under it. Left fielder's got it, and there's 3 away. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left, and we've completed 3.5. Your score, Baylor 2, GPS nothing. Yeah. Can you see anything at all? I can't see. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. GPS sending to the plate Bailey Davenport to lead it off here against Katie Sims, who still has not given up a base hit, though she has given up a couple of runners.
She's done a nice job keeping them off balance, keeping them at the bay.
That pitch is inside for ball 1.
The defense is playing behind her.
That one's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Katie Sims facing Bailey Davenport leading off the bottom of the 4th. Baylor leading it 2-0. GPS won the first meeting between these 2 teams. Baylor's won 3 in a row, including earlier this week here in the state tournament. That one's fouled away. 1-2 the count.
They just keep making each other better.
Hit back up the middle, fielded, no play. That'll be the first base hit of the ball game against Katie Sims, and Baylor looking at GPS getting the leadoff batter on here in the bottom of the 4th.
Good opportunity for GPS to get on the board here and get in a runner in scoring position. Got their leadoff on.
That's going to bring up senior outfielder Madison Boyd, number 3 hitter.
Perfect time for her to be up. The meat of the lineup.
Nobody out, runner at first. First pitch, swing and a miss. No balls, one strike. Here's the count. This one's blooped into left field, right at the left fielder. She makes the grab, and there's one down. That'll bring up Katie Richardson, the junior catcher for Coach Susan Crownover at GPS. Here's the pitch, hit towards second. Double play ball. There's one. There's
and they got it.
two. A double play.
Double play.
That's a pitcher's best friend.
Yes, it is.
GPS gets a leadoff hit, but nobody else gets on. No runs, no hits, a one hit, no errors, nobody left. After 4 complete, your score: Baylor 2, GPS nothing. We go to the top half of the 5th inning. Baylor will take a 2-0 lead into the 5th, and the Lady Raiders send to the plate to face Corey Swafford here in the 5th. Braylee Angel had a big hit her last time at the plate. Had a triple that knocked in the first Baylor run. She later scored, so she fouls the first pitch away for strike 1.
She would like nothing more than to start this inning off getting on first base.
Swafford delivers. That one is away for ball 1. The count. That one's a change up, and it's in there for a strike. Angel looks at it. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count now. 2-0, Baylor with a lead. Lady Raiders batting here in the top half of the 5th inning. That one slapped down the line and left. It's a foul ball.
Looks like the defense is playing their percentages because she's the one that hit it over the left fielder's head just barely the last time, and they're playing her short again.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled again. One and two. Change up, misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Corey Swafford facing Braylee Angel here in the top of the 5th. Baylor leading at 2-0. And that one's fouled away.
She did this the last time at bat. She battled and battled and battled and got one that she wanted and put it out there.
Two balls, 2 strikes, the count to Angel. Here's the pitch by Swafford. That one slapped to third. Quick throw to first in time, and there's one down. Noel Winkle, center fielder, coming to the plate. Looks at the pitch high for ball one.
Stephanie George, a third baseman for GPS, is on the hot corner tonight. She's had several hot shots hit at her.
Change up, misses. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. Again, the change-up, so it's 3-0. Corey Swafford has thrown nothing but off-speed pitches to Winkle. The 3-0 pitch, high for ball 4. So a 1-out walk to Winkle, puts a runner at first. Brings up Cassie Pickett, who's up for her 3rd time in the game. There's a strike over the inside part of the plate. Swafford delivers. That one is in there for a strike.
She's done a nice job of getting ahead. Needs to close the deal.
That one's fouled away, out of play down the left side. And it's 0-2. That one's inside for ball 1.
She wanted it there for a minute. Very disciplined. Stay back on that.
But if she'd swung and made contact, it wouldn't have done anything because she jammed her really well.
She was very disciplined.
1-2. Here's the pitch. Throwing it inside again. This one's fouled away. That's what they want to do to Cassie. Throw her inside. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first. That's Birdsong. Cassie Pickett, the batter. Here's the pitch. Dribbled foul.
Thought we were going to have one of those weird ones that bounces foul and come back into the field of play there for a minute with that spin.
One ball, 2 strikes. Popped up foul again, this time down the third base line. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes to Cassie Pickett.
She is keeping it on her hands, isn't she? Doing a nice job.
Corey Swafford gave up 2 runs to Baylor in the 3rd. Little pop, dropped. But the runner at second, Birdsong's going to be out, or Winkle rather, so there's 2 away. Pickett safe at first. And that'll bring up.
I think that's what makes GPS and Baylor so good, is they always look to get that next out. They aren't just happy with just one. They're looking to advance, and a lot of times some girls would watch that ball fall out of the pitcher's glove and just watch it and not play it out. And shortstop was heads up in the game and got the lead runner.
Lauren Lewis pops it up to second, and there's the out. Corey Swafford Gives up a leadoff hit, but that's it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 5th with your score, or the top of the 5th with your score. Baylor 2, GPS nothing. It's the bottom of the 5th, Randy. Katie Sims has given up just 1 hit on the night for Baylor as she faces GPS here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and she'll look at the middle of the GPS order.
Randy, we tell our players that softball is a very simple game. You have 14 half innings, and you have to win more halves than the other teams. Well, and GPS is down to their last 3 halves, so they still got time, but they're going to have to start doing something with those 9 outs they have remaining.
Morgan Lane leading it off for the Bruisers as they trail at 2-0. 1 ball, 1 strike. Katie Sims delivers the 1-1 pitch. A changeup just misses. 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike to count. Morgan Lane to batter. Sims delivers. That one's outside. 3-1. Baylor 2, GPS nothing. Baylor GPS batting here in the bottom of the 5th. Ball 4. So Morgan Lane draws a walk, and Susan Crownover is going to make a change.
Got their leadoff on for the 2nd inning in a row.
Bench runner coming in.
60.
Haley Richardson, freshman. She runs for Morgan Lane. Nobody out. Tying run to the plate now for GPS, and Kelby Crownover, the batter. Well, it's still early, 5th inning, or the middle of the game. Do you bunt her over?
I do. I'm going for 1 run right here. Still got time to get another one, but I'm going to bunt her over. No outs.
She does, and she bunts it foul. Baylor, the defending Division II 2A state champions. GPS won it 2 years ago.
And neither team likes to lose.
Bunted.
There you go.
Great bunt. Fielded at 3rd. The throw to 1st in time, so there's 1 out. And the runner,
Great
Richardson,
bunt.
goes to 2nd, so with 1 out.
She did her job.
It's going to bring up Leanne Jackson.
Put a nice bunt, got the runner in scoring position. Now they're capable of getting 1 run back. Playing the short game, putting the pressure on that defense.
So Richardson at 2nd with 1 out. Crownover gets the sacrifice bunt. And that'll bring up Leanne Jackson, junior outfielder.
Could get interesting here.
Sims delivers. Strike. Good placement right there over the outside part of the plate.
Getting ahead in that count again. She's doing a nice job of staying ahead of these batters.
Sims looks in and delivers again. This one popped up, second base. Birdsong is there, so quickly 2 down for GPS. Runner is scoring position. That's Richardson, and the batter is Stephanie George.
GPS needs a timely hit right here. Get them on the board.
That one just misses outside. Ball 1.
This umpire has a little bit different strike zone than the first umpire. I believe that would have been a strike the first game, don't you?
No comment. Sims delivers up the middle. That's a base hit. It's going to score a run unless they make the play, and they made the play. No, she's safe. She dropped the ball. GPS takes advantage of a Red Raider mistake. The ball was there way ahead of time. The tag was a little high, but she still had her, but the ball came out from Cassie Pickett's mitts, so it's a 2-1 ball game now.
Pressure back on them. That's the reason a lot of times we tell the young kids, make sure you catch and cover and tag with 2 hands if possible so that ball doesn't get knocked out.
It was a base hit, and that was just the second hit of the night for GPS, but it scored the run from second on an error by catcher Cassie Pickett.
The outfield did their job. They got the ball in quickly, had a play at the plate.
Now it's up to Abby Anderson with a tying run at second, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Sims delivers, it's in the dirt, gets away, runner's going to third. And the tying run is just 60 feet from home plate.
Pass ball might score her. She's got some wheels at third.
That one's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Abby Anderson. 2 down, runner at third, 2-1. 1 run in for GPS here in the bottom of the 5th. Outside, ball 2. Swung on and chopped to third. It's a foul ball.
That would have been nice had it stayed in fair. Been a tough play to make.
Coach Susan Crownover wants to talk to Anderson. The count now 2 balls, 2 strikes to her. The tying run at third. The 2-2 pitch swung on and dribbled down towards second. They're going to have to hurry over to first. In time for the out.
That's a bang play there.
But GPS with 2 outs gets the damage done. They get 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. And your score at the end of 5, Baylor 2, GPS 1.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the TSSAA network, go to TSSAAnetwork.com/SBP.
GPS gets a run in the bottom of the 5th to cut that Baylor lead in half. As we go to the 6th, it's 2-1 Baylor. So score on an unearned run on the error by catcher Cassie Pickett.
What I like about both of these teams is they expect to be in the championship game, and they also expect to win the championship game. There's no seeds of doubt in either team's mind right now. They both expect to win. They both want to be where they're at right now. And they're going to have two teams slugfest it out.
Haley Andrus will lead it off for Baylor here in the top half of the 6th inning. She drives it to left field. That's in for extra bases. It'll be a ground rule double as Andrus gets into a pitch from Corey Swafford. And just like that, Baylor has a runner in scoring position now with nobody out.
They immediately say, this is my answer to that question there. That's the way to step up. It's going up with a lot of confidence that you're going to get the job done.
Well, Baylor coach Kelly Smith and home plate umpire having a little conversation.
There's so many rules now that you can play around with the DP and the flex and the courtesy runners and the pinch runners, and you can re-enter subs and re-enter starters now one time. So a lot of times when we ask a particular question about substitutes or maybe just a rule.
You know, a lot of the rules in the rule book are not cut and dried. It's based on interpretation.
You're correct.
Believe it or not, some umpires interpret rules a different way than others.
You got that right. I mean, and that's the reason a lot of times as coaches I'll stop and ask. I'm not saying that's what Coach Smith just did, but a lot of times I'll be sure before the situation happens, just make sure we're all on the same page, whether I can do something or not particular.
Now a time, and Coach Susan Crownover calls time. Well, I have no idea what's going on.
She's got the lineup out. Home umpire has the lineup.
Well, it'd be great to know what was going on, but I have no idea. It's where you need a sideline reporter.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Here comes somebody in for her. 12.
Pinch runner coming in for GPS, for Baylor rather.
Cricket High.
Cricket High number 12, and the batter is Haley Andrus. She's at second with nobody out. Now we're set to go. Corey Swafford facing Andrus. Change up. Misses. Ball one. Baylor leading it 2-1 in the top half of the 6th inning.
I believe that was like a chess chess match there just a minute ago. Friendly coaching chess match.
That one fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hit down the line. It's a fair ball. No, now he calls it foul or a ground rule double. Another ground rule double. That's what that is. It's 3-1 Baylor as High crosses the plate.
That was a rocket down that line.
And Baylor leads it 3-1.
GPS scores a run, and Baylor answers immediately with one of their own.
Susan Crownover is going to make a pitching change here for GPS in the top half of the 6th inning. Baylor has picked up a run, and now they lead by 2 again, 3-1.
Bringing the whole team in for a meeting.
Not much you can do with that ball. It was scorched down the line.
Just make sure, I guess, everyone's on the same page with the runner at second. Maybe waiting on the other pitcher to take a few more warm-up pitches, maybe. Give her a little bit more time.
You can't do that. I mean, you're going to have to bring her in the game, let her warm up. She gets 5 on the mound, so.
They may have her over there. I can't see behind the dugout if she's warming up over there or not.
Yeah, here she is. New pitcher for GPS is number 14, Maddie Stanley, who is a sophomore.
Sure, she's pitched in some big games this year, but none any larger than the one she's facing right now.
But she's facing a great team, though.
Yes, she is, and a 3-1 deficit.
Still nobody out. A runner at second. Maddie Stanley's got her work cut out.
She does indeed.
So Stanley comes in relief here in the top of the 6th with nobody out and a run in for starting pitcher Corey Swafford of GPS. Andrus is down at second after she knocked in the 3rd run for Baylor. And now it'll be Maya Mathis facing Maddie Stanley, the new pitcher for GPS.
Still no outs, which is huge. GPS needs to get an out right here.
So now we're ready. Stanley with a runner at second, nobody out, will face Maya Mathis. The pitch. Strike.
That's the way to go in and start it off. First pitch, strike.
No balls, 1 strike to Mathis. Here's the pitch. High for ball 1. Ball 2, that one's high. 2-1.
Needs to get back even right here.
That one gets away. Runner goes to third easily, so it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one was a strike. 2-2. Down low, counts full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Mathis.
Can't afford to give her a freebie here. She's got to put it in there and let her defense play behind her.
Ball 4, gets away, goes to the backstop, run scores, and it's 4-1 Baylor.
Good heads up on the running. She recognized that was,
Go ahead.
She recognized that was a wild pitch, and she was moving home.
GPS gets a run in the 5th to cut the lead in half, and Baylor answers with 2 here in the top half of the 6th inning, and the Red Raiders have a 4-1 lead. Precious Birdsong, the batter, looks at a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count from Maddie Stanley. 4-1 your score. Baylor with the lead now in the top of the 6th. The pitch. Outside, 2-1. Maddie Stanley in relief of Corey Swafford here in the 6th. There's a base hit to left field. Runners move up, first and second now with still nobody out.
Baylor's feeling that groove now. That ball looks like a watermelon to them at the plate.
Sarah Moore's the batter. Runners first and second with nobody out. Baylor with 2 runs in here in the 6th, trying to break it wide open. That one gets away, and the runners move up. 2 runners in scoring position now for the Lady Raiders.
GPS is needing an out in the worst way, aren't they?
Get one somewhere, they need to. That one's high for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Stanley delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Well, if you're GPS, you can't let them have any more. You still got 2 shots at them, but you're 3 runs down.
Right, right. They've only scored 1 run, so they're going to have to bend but don't break right here on defense.
High for ball 3. 3-1.
Got to get some outs and stop the damage.
There's a strike. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners second and third now. Nobody out. Sarah Moore, the batter for Baylor, as the Lady Raiders scored a pair here in this inning. Popped up foul, and that one's going to stay on the screen. Don't you hate it when that happens?
Oh, I know it. I believe that one's going to be there for a while.
Full count. That one hit toward first. Play is made at first. Runners hold. 1 out.
That was a huge out for them. It kept the runner at third from scoring. GPS definitely needed that.
And Braylee Angel, the batter, number 14, stepping in. She's had a big hit tonight. Can really damage GPS right here with a hit.
Yes, it would. And Baylor's all night have been scoring those runners in scoring positions on a timely hit, and now would be no different if she got a hit.
That one misses as well. 2 balls, no strikes to Angel. That one gets away. Almost hit her. Run scores. It's 5-1. The other run is going to score as well.
It's getting away from him now a little bit.
The pitch got away from GPS, and now Susan Cranover calls time. She's going to go out to talk to her pitcher. 6-1 Baylor.
I think that run that GPS scored early in the game made Baylor a little upset.
They've answered with 4.
They have answered very well. And I don't think Susan's too happy right now with the throwing the ball around. There again, Baylor just finds a way to score those runners in score position. Only 1 inning have they not scored with runners in scoring position.
The count is 3-0 on the batter. And, of course, the batter is Braley Angel, and if she walks, she'll be the only runner because the other 2 just scored on a wild pitch. Six to 1 Baylor. 4 runs in here in the top of the 6th as the Lady Raiders have broken open a very close game. Two in the 3rd and now 4 in the 6th, and still just 1 out. A 3-0 count to Braley Angel. Here's the pitch. It's a strike.
That's the way it throws strikes.
And that's ball 4, so Angel draws a 1-out walk. Noelle Winkle, the batter, looks at a strike. Throw down to second, not in time. A stolen base for Angel.
That's where your slap defense makes it easier sometimes to steal on a slap coverage. Just because the fielders are in a little bit tighter than normal, it's hard for them to get back and cover the base, and Coach Smith took advantage of it.
Get right back to the mound, over to first. Got her, 2 down. The runner moves to 3rd. That's Angel. So with 2 out, runner at 3rd. And here's Cassie Pickett.
GPS needs an out right here to stop the damage and get their bats rolling and get some runs of their own and hits.
First pitch to Pickett is down low for ball 1. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cassie Pickett.
You've seen these teams play quite a bit this year, haven't you?
I saw one of them play. I didn't get the chance. I have not seen Baylor play. I did see GPS play 1 game, but they're both very good.
We
Off
hosted,
the handle, fouled away.
We hosted a tournament at Siegel, and GPS came. this year, and I laughed at Coach Cronover. She's direct and to the point when she meets with those individual players and have individual meetings. I had walked around the dugout when she was talking to one and just barely heard a sentence or two.
Fly ball to left field, and that'll be the third out of the inning. But the damage is done for Baylor. 4 runs cross the plate here in the top of the 6th, as Baylor now has a 6-1 lead as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. And it'll be Taylor Battle. Speed and power at the top of the order for the Bruisers, but they're 5 runs down. That's getting late.
They're going to need that speed and power to get back in this game.
Fouled away for strike 1. Katie Sims is working on a 2-hitter. The only run she's given up was unearned. That was in the bottom of the 5th inning. Sims delivers. It's a strike.
She's kept them off balance all night long. She's gotten out of her pitches what she wants. She's gotten grounders when she needs it, pop-ups when she needs it. She's done a nice job. Strikeouts.
No balls, 2 strikes, the count. Taylor Battles, freshman. That one just misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 2. Sims out of the wind and the delivery. A base hit. Good start to the 6th for GPS. A leadoff single by Taylor Battle. And speed on the base paths. Bailey Davenport, the next batter. Well, you're 5 runs down. I don't know that you need to be bunting right here. You just need to get several base hits in.
You only have 6 outs to work with, so just got to hope to put it in play and move her around with a base hit. That's a good way to start. Get a base hit right off the bat.
Hit number 3 for the Bruisers as Davenport looks at ball 1. Sims winds and delivers. That one is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Bailey Davenport.
With Taylor's speed at first base, it wouldn't take much to score, would it, on a short
Nope.
base hit?
Well, late in the game, you don't want to run yourself out of an inning either.
Can't
But there's
do that.
a little bloop. That's going to be trouble. That'll be a base hit, an infield hit for Davenport. So GPS now has something going in the bottom of the 6th. The first 2 runners reach.
They're sending a message, not so quick. We're not done yet.
That'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Madison Boyd. That's hit number 4 for GPS. 2 of them have come in this inning.
You got to love a team that just fights to the bitter end. That's kind of what GPS is doing. They're not looking at the score. They're just taking one batter at a time, one pitch at a time.
There's a strike over the outside part of the plate. Sims comes in there with strike one to Madison Boyd. Battle at second. Davenport at first. Nobody out. That one is popped up and fouled down the third base line. Madison Boyd, the batter, with a count of no balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch by Sims. Fouled away.
They need to get a base hit here and score at least 1 run here.
Strike 3. Too close to call, too close to look at right there, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. That's huge with the runner in scoring position.
First out. Sims with 1 out in the bank. Now facing Katie Richardson, the catcher, the cleanup hitter. So
they've got the bright ones in spot in the place to do some damage.
Sims delivers again. That one misses outside, so there's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Crowd's trying to pump up GPS as well.
Ground ball to short over to third. They got the runner at third. Two down. The Lady Raider cheering section is really pumped up for this one now because they had it first and second, nobody out. Now they got them first and second with 2 outs.
2 outs.
It's all up to Morgan Lane, number 3. She looks at ball 1.
Yeah, GPS is running out of time. Need to do something at this at bat.
Katie Sims, the pitch. Strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Count.
Sims keeps it moving. She doesn't waste any time on that pitcher's mound.
Swung on and fouled away. One and 2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Katie Sims. The Bruisers get the first 2 runners on base, and they leave them on base. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. We've completed 6 in the books, and Baylor leads it 6-1.
So you had a single A,
Well, there's a Grace Baptist Academy. Well, there's a Grace Academy in Knoxville and one in Chattanooga, and I get them mixed up. But this one was from Chattanooga.
These are Chattanooga.
We go to the top half of the 7th inning. Baylor leading at 6-1. And the Lady Raiders coming up with 4 big runs the last inning. It was the 6th.
I think the big difference is that when Baylor gets their runners in scoring position, they've been capable of scoring them. In the last inning, GPS had the lead off on. I think 2 innings they've had the lead off on with no outs and moved her in scoring position, and haven't been able to come up with that timely hit to get anybody in. That's a huge difference in the game, in my opinion.
Lauren Lewis, the batter for Baylor. The pitch. Didn't mean to, but hit it right back to the pitcher, and Maddie throws her out, and there's 1 down here in the 7th.
That's one of those oops swings.
One down here at the top of the 7th. Baylor leading at 6-1. GPS being the home team will get one more crack at it. There's 1 down low for ball 1. Base hit. That one's going to go to the fence. And in with a double.
In the gap. Nice hit. Kept her hands back. Good strong backside. Nice hit. I think she got all of that one.
Batter. Inside. Haley Andrus, the batter. Swing and a foul. That's Kelsey Clark, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Kelsey Clark is the batter. Andrus is down at second.
Right. It's hard to see those numbers.
Boy,
looks
it's real
looks
hard.
like an 8
I
with her hair over the number. Then 15's on deck. That's going
Little bloop out into right field. Andrus is going to be held at third. Going down to second, they throw down, but everybody's going to be safe. Except the runner at third, who they get out, Andrus. Good job by GPS right there. 2 down now. Clark's out at second. Andrus is out at third, and that'll bring up Maya Mathis with 2 down for Baylor here in the top of the 7th.
I like to see that force be kept at first when they threw that ball in, because the girl at third wasn't moving, but it worked out to their advantage by picking her off at third.
First pitch to Mathis is a strike from Maddie Stanley. Next pitch is inside, then low, ball 1. Strike two. Got a lot of call strikes tonight.
We have.
Both games we've had tonight. Ground ball.
Oh.
Booted out into left field. Clark goes to third. Safe at first is Mathis, and 2 down.
Tried to sidestep that ball instead of getting behind it.
Precious Birdsong to batter. A lot of speed. First and third with 2 out for Baylor here in the top of the 7th.
We've seen 4 good pitchers tonight with both games. The leadoff pitcher for GPS, and Baylor's pitcher, and Davidson Academy, and University.
There's a strike. High for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count now to Precious Birdsong. Clark at third.
First and third.
Change up. Just misses.
See if she can drive that runner in.
That one misses outside, so the count now 3-1 to Birdsong. Baylor would love to pick up another run or two, but they've got a 5-run lead. Strike 2, so the count's going to be full to Birdsong with 2 away and 2 on here in the top half of the 7th. That one's fouled away against the screen.
Yeah, Baylor would love to get that other run in, just another assurance run. Game of softball, you never know.
Count remains full. Stanley with a pitch, and it's hit back to the shortstop. Got to hurry. Got her.
Yeah, she moseyed down that line.
For Baylor, no runs on a couple of hits. They leave a couple stranded, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for GPS. Your score, Baylor 6, GPS 1. Kilby Crownover leads it off as we're in the middle of the Bruiser lineup.
Running out of time, but stranger things have happened.
Strike. Here's the 0-1. Inside and low. Counts even. 1 ball, 1 strike to Crownover.
Take one pitch at a time, one batter at a time.
Back up the middle, it'll be a base hit.
That's the start.
Crownover gets it started with a single up the middle. Five hits now for GPS. That'll bring up outfielder Leanne Jackson.
Let's take it one at a time.
Down low for ball one. Baylor got 2 in the third, 4 in the sixth. The only run for GPS came in the 5th inning. And it's a 6-1 Baylor lead. There's a strike.
They sure would like to add another run on that one with no outs.
1 ball, 1 strike to count to Jackson. Fouled away.
We were in a game last year down 10 runs in the 5th inning and came back and won. So stranger things have happened. That's what makes softball so exciting, is put a few hits together and the momentum swings on in your favor.
Fouled away down the line. Pretty good poke that time by Jackson.
Sims is still strong.
Sims, who's gone all the way for Baylor, has only given up an unearned run tonight. She's given up 5 hits. Dribble foul down the third baseline.
She does a good job of keeping her composure. Good placement on the ball.
That one fouled away to the right. Count remains 2-2 to Jackson. Nobody out and a runner on for GPS here in the bottom of the 7th. Baylor leading at 6-1. That one just misses outside, so it's 2-2. 3-2 now. Full count.
Should be thinking strike until proven different right here.
Fouled away. Count remains 3-2. Fouled away again. Good time at bat for Jackson, but it might be too little too late.
You might be right there. She's still fighting and battling. No, they sure would like to get that runner at second. Still have no outs.
Back to the pitcher. Bobbled over to first. Got her. Runner moves to second with 1 out.
Got what they wanted at second, but they sure would have loved to have her safe at first. It's close.
Stephanie George, the batter for GPS, with a runner at second in scoring position now and one out. Here in the bottom of the seventh, Baylor leading it 6-1. There's a strike. Sims continues to work ahead and stay ahead of the batters, putting the pressure on GPS.
She has. She stayed ahead of many batters tonight. Done a nice job of staying ahead of those batters and making them hit what she wants them to hit.
That one caught the corner, so George is in an 0-2 hole. Here's the pitch. Just misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fans are trying to get them encouraged, keep them encouraged.
Two and two. That one misses outside. Here's the 2-2. Hit right back to the mound, over to first. That's the sure out, 2 away. Runner moves to third. And GPS down to its last out now, and that'll be Abby Anderson coming to the plate.
Down to their last out, and Baylor can smell it because they can tell from their body language the way they're jumping up and down. They know they're very, very close. 1 out away.
Swing and a miss.
Never gets owed for them. If you're in competition, winning never gets owed. If you're a competitor.
Coach Crownover talking with her freshman, Abby Anderson.
Good old pressure for a freshman to be in at the bat, in the box.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 away. Runner at third. Here's the pitch. Misses outside. 1-1 the count.
The Baylor fans standing on their feet.
That one misses as well. 2-1. Popped up, first base side. It is a fair ball.
Oh, she dropped it.
Run scores at 6-2. And the runner's safe at second.
Kind of a miscommunication there over first. One, kind of both of them hesitated a little bit. Had it in her glove, but couldn't quite hang on. Got to give credit to GPS to keep putting the ball in
Picking
play
away.
And taking one at a time. Have another runner in scoring position, scored a run. Only have 1 out, or 1 out left, 1 out remaining.
Well, here's a tough out here. Taylor
You better
Battle, the
believe
top
it.
of the order.
She's been tough tonight.
Popped up, foul.
Coach Cronover's got to be pleased that her freshman there came through big for her the last time at bat. And her team's not giving up, and they keep fighting.
Battle holds up, so it's a ball. Ball 1. That one's fouled against the screen, so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Baylor could be 1 strike away from the Lady Raiders' 7th state championship. Here's the pitch. Battle fouls it against the screen. Count remains 1-2. Popped up.
Could be trouble.
Base hit. Run's going to score. And it's 6-3.
They're a plugging. Put that hit just right over the infield's head. Got to give him
runner
credit.
at first.
They have that never say die attitude. It's showing.
2 runs in for GPS here in the bottom of the 7th. It's a 6-3 game. And Bailey Davenport, the batter. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
She's going for the gusto on that one.
There's a strike. 0-2. Davenport quickly in an 0-2 hole.
Not sure Miss Coach agreed with that one over there.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one misses. 1-2.
Still runner at first base.
Strike 3 call. That's your ball game as Baylor wraps up a 6-3 win over GPS to win the 2A state championship for 2012. Baylor 6, GPS 3. That's your final score as Baylor wins for the 4th time in 5 meetings with the Bruisers. In fact, after losing the first game of the year to GPS, Baylor's now won 4 in a row. And the 4th one, Karen, was a big, big win.
It was definitely a big, big win. I was just impressed with their comeback ability when GPS scored on them that one time, and they sent a message and sent it very quickly right out of the gate. When they had their runners on scoring position, they scored them and did a very nice job tonight.
2 runs in the 3rd inning, 4 in the 6th for Baylor. GPS gets 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 7th as Baylor gets the 6-3 win. And by the way, that's also their 40th win of the year. That's a lot of wins.
That is a lot of wins, a lot of games to play.
All right, we'll be back to wrap it up here in Murfreesboro at the Starplex Complex. Your score, again, Baylor 6, GPS 3. Trophies are being presented now down on the field here at the Starplex in Murfreesboro for the Division II 2A championship. The runner-up trophies being presented to GPS, and of course the championship trophies in just a moment will be presented to Baylor. And These two schools have dominated softball in Division II for the last umpteen years, I guess 15 years.
Over a decade, they have just dominated.
14 of the last 15 state championships have been won by one of these two schools in Division II. Unbelievable.
Looking at their roster, maybe for years to come as well.
GPS getting the runner-up trophies. And, of course, the championship trophies will be presented to Baylor. Coach Kelly Smith winning her 5th state championship.
That's an amazing feat in itself. She's done a great job. Both these coaches have done a great job with their programs.
2 in a row for Baylor, as they are also the defending state champions in 2011 as well.
A lot of times it's harder to repeat than it is to get there. It's harder to stay on the top because you got that target on your back, and they did have that target on their back, but they finished strong and deserved to win this championship.
Happy bunch of Lady Raiders. Of course, tomorrow the game will be on for the Division II 1A championship. Davidson Academy against USJ. Davidson Academy won today 3-1 to force that championship tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being with us. For Coach Karen Green, I'm Randy Smith saying good night from the Starplex at the Spring Fling in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.